Peace be upon you, dear brothers and sisters. Tonight, I want to share something that might just change the way you see your life, your purpose, and your wealth. What if I told you that Allah Himself has chosen you, yes, you, to be a billionaire? Not just in money, but in blessings, influence, and destiny. You might chuckle and think, billionaire? That's a joke, right? But stay with me for a moment, because this is not a fairy tale. This is divine truth wrapped in spiritual promise. It's easy to think wealth is for the lucky or the loudest, the smartest or the most connected. But what if it's actually for the patient? For those who carry a secret strength inside that others don't see? Wealth in Islam is not about flaunting. It's about responsibility. It's about trust from Allah. You've probably felt different, like there's a path ahead, but it's been hidden, winding, and sometimes frustrating. That's exactly what Allah does before opening doors wide. He tests the chosen, not to break them, but to build them. Let's get real. Most people chase money, but Allah wants you to unlock it. Imagine $1 billion vault with your name on it. But the key is something only the divine can hand you. That key? Patience, faith, and obedience. Sounds like a simple equation, but it's the hardest math you'll ever solve. And that's why so many give up just before the breakthrough. Don't be one of them. You might be thinking, okay, but why me? Why this message now? Because the universe is a divine machine. When the clock hits your time, no one else can stop it. Not the doubters, not the delays, not even your own fears. The chosen ones hear the call before it arrives. And if you're watching this video right now, it's your soul's way of saying, get ready. Here's a little secret. Wealth in Islam isn't just numbers in a bank account. It's the ability to bless others, to carry your community, to create legacies that outlive you. It's spiritual richness that protects and multiplies the material. That's why sometimes the richest people are the poorest spiritually, and the spiritually richest are the most generous and blessed materially. Allah's plan is so much bigger than you think. So if you've ever felt like your financial breakthrough is stuck, remember? Maybe Allah is just tuning your heart, sharpening your vision, and polishing your character. Billionaires don't just get rich, they get ready. And tonight, that readiness begins. Stay tuned, because the real unlocking is coming. Have you ever noticed that the people who seem to attract wealth effortlessly aren't just lucky? They are spiritually aligned. Wealth in Islam is not random. It's a sacred trust, a mission, and a test, all wrapped into one. Allah doesn't simply hand billions to anyone who asks. He chooses carefully. He picks those who are ready in their hearts and minds, those whose souls have passed tests that money can never buy. Think about the last time you experienced true patience. Not the fake patience that wears thin after a few minutes, but the kind that anchors your soul even when storms rage around you. That patience is your spiritual currency. The world might not reward patience with headlines or instant results, but Allah values it above all. That's why the chosen ones are not the flashiest or the loudest. They are the quiet warriors who hold their faith steady through the chaos. Allah's billionaires don't just stack cash, they stack character. They understand that money without purpose is a dead weight, a burden rather than a blessing. Imagine a wealthy person who gives, uplifts, and spreads mercy versus someone who hoards and ignores the needy. Islam's billionaires choose the path of light. Their wealth becomes a tool for change, a way to unlock destinies not only for themselves, but for entire communities. You might feel like you've been waiting too long, watching others succeed while you stay stuck. But here's the truth. Waiting is the workshop where your greatness is built. The most precious steel is forged in the hottest fires. Maybe those delays were divine recalibrations. Maybe they were blessings in disguise, moments to build humility, gratitude, and trust. Have you ever asked yourself why certain wealth stays fleeting, while other fortunes grow steadily and multiply? It's because of Barakah, divine blessing. Barakah is what turns a small amount into a fortune, a fleeting success into a legacy. And the secret to unlocking Barakah is not just working hard, it's working right. It's aligning your actions with divine will, your intentions with pure faith. The billionaires Allah chooses don't just wake up one day and find their bank accounts full. They wake up in a state of spiritual readiness. They nurture their souls with dhikr. They uphold justice in their dealings, and they never forget their origins. Their wealth is a reflection of their inner state. The more sincere and obedient their hearts, the more their provision flows. Think about this. Wealth is not a goal. It's a responsibility. And the bigger the wealth, the heavier the responsibility. Allah tests the chosen ones not just to give them riches, but to prepare them to handle those riches with wisdom and mercy. Because imagine the chaos if someone unprepared suddenly gained vast wealth. The test is not just about accumulation, it's about stewardship. So if you're feeling the pressure right now, the challenge of holding on to faith while watching life's storms, take heart. These are signs you're in the waiting room before the breakthrough. Your spirit is being trained to handle blessings that many never see in a lifetime. Remember, even the Prophet Muhammad said, "The best of people are those who benefit others." And that benefit often comes through wealth that's pure and purposeful. You might wonder, how do I know I'm one of the chosen? Look for these signs: a deep desire to uplift others, a persistent patience when things get tough, and a growing discomfort with dishonesty or shortcuts. If you're here, watching this, feeling stirred in your heart, that's a nudge, a divine tap on your shoulder reminding you that you were made for more than just surviving. So tonight, prepare yourself mentally and spiritually. The unlocking of your wealth and destiny is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of readiness. And the readiness you build now will be the foundation of your legacy tomorrow. Stay with me, because what comes next will change everything. Let's talk about the hidden qualities that set Allah's chosen billionaires apart. Qualities you might already carry without fully realizing it. These are not just traits, but spiritual gifts wrapped in tests. And recognizing them is the first step to unlocking your wealth and destiny. First, the chosen one has a relentless spirit, and not the kind of stubbornness that blinds you, but a quiet determination that refuses to quit, no matter how heavy the burden or how long the wait. You might have faced countless setbacks, moments when your heart whispered, "Maybe this isn't for me." But the spirit inside you kept going. That relentless push, that refusal to accept defeat. It's a sign you're not ordinary. It's a signal that Allah has placed a mission in your hands that requires endurance and faith beyond the surface. Second, the chosen billionaire possesses a deep sense of gratitude, even in hardship. This is not a casual thank you said when things go well. It's a profound appreciation for life itself, for every breath, every trial, every quiet blessing that others overlook. Gratitude is a powerful magnet for abundance. It shifts your focus from scarcity to plenty and transforms your mindset. If you find yourself able to say Alhamdulillah sincerely, even when life is tough, know that you're cultivating the soil where wealth can take root and grow. Third, humility is the cornerstone of the chosen. The world might confuse humility with weakness or invisibility. But true humility is strength disguised in softness. It's knowing your worth without needing to shout it, serving without seeking reward, and walking through life with a heart open to learning and growth. This humility protects your wealth from arrogance, keeps your intentions pure, and invites divine blessings to multiply what you have. If you're reflecting on these traits and thinking, "That's me," then congratulations. You're already on the path. But here's the kicker. These qualities aren't just to make you feel good about yourself. They're active ingredients for unlocking your destiny. Wealth without these can be fleeting and empty. With them, it becomes a source of transformation, for you and for those you touch. Consider this. Many chase wealth like it's a finish line, but the chosen see it as a starting line. A starting point for impact, for legacy, for fulfilling a divine purpose. And this purpose is deeply intertwined with your character. The bigger your heart, the bigger your fortune. The more you give, the more you receive. In ways money can't buy. Now, I'm going to be honest. This path is not easy. The traits of patience, gratitude, humility don't develop overnight. They are forged in life's toughest moments, in the silence when no one is watching, in the prayers whispered from a weary soul. If you felt tested, know that these are not random trials. They are divine workshops where your character is being shaped for the riches to come. So as you prepare to receive this wealth, start by recognizing the wealth you already carry inside. Your spirit, your resilience, your faith. These are your true treasures. The material abundance will follow, because Allah's system never fails. Remember, you were never meant to carry this alone. Your wealth is not just for you. It's for your family, your community, and those who will benefit from your generosity. The billionaires chosen by Allah are those who understand that true wealth multiplies when it flows outwards. Stay patient, stay humble, and stay grateful. Your unlocking is near. Now, let's talk about a crucial principle that many overlook. Responsibility before reward. It's easy to want the riches, the success, and the ease. But Allah's system works differently. Before the vault of blessings is opened, there's a test of trust, obedience, and spiritual readiness. Wealth is not just about receiving. It's about being worthy to hold and multiply what is entrusted to you. Imagine a vault, Loctite with many layers, each layer a test or lesson. The first layer might be patience. Can you wait without losing hope? The next might be honesty. Can you maintain integrity when shortcuts tempt you? Another layer is generosity. Will you share your blessings or cling tightly? And the final layer is humility. Can you remember that all wealth is from Allah and you are merely a trustee? These tests might feel like walls closing in, but they are actually gateways. Each one you pass unlocks another level of divine favor. The delay you feel is not a denial. It's a divine preparation. It's the difference between fleeting fortune and lasting legacy. Because fortune without foundation crumbles. But fortune built on trust and obedience stands unshaken. Think about the prophets and righteous people before us. Their wealth was never just a personal blessing. It was a responsibility to uplift the poor, the oppressed, and the community. When you receive this divine wealth, it's not just for you to enjoy, but to serve as a source of mercy and support for others. The sacred responsibility distinguishes the billionaire chosen by Allah from mere worldly success. Now, let me share a little secret, and a witty one at that. Maybe you've been broke all this time, but the truth is, Allah was just keeping you away from cheap, meaningless success. You know, The kind of money that disappears faster than ice cream on a hot day. Sometimes being poor is a blessing in disguise, a way to protect you from distractions and teach you the value of true wealth. The real unlocking happens when you stop chasing quick wins and start embracing divine timing. When you accept that Allah's plan for your wealth is perfect, even if it's not the plan you had in mind. That moment of surrender is where the key turns in the lock. That's when the vault opens and blessings pour in ways you never imagined. But here's the catch. Not everyone is ready for that moment. It requires a heart free from greed, a spirit anchored in faith, and hands open to give. It requires you to be a guardian of your wealth, not just a collector. This is why some receive sudden wealth only to lose it, because they fail the test of responsibility. So ask yourself honestly, are you ready to carry this divine trust? Are you prepared to use your wealth to uplift, to inspire, and to leave a lasting impact? Because Allah is looking for stewards, not just beneficiaries. Remember, the bigger the blessing, the bigger the test. But those who pass become not just billionaires, but legends of faith and generosity. Your time to join their ranks is near. Let's take a moment to talk about Barakah, that divine blessing that transforms mere wealth into something extraordinary. You might have seen people with money, but no peace, no satisfaction, no real joy. And then, you see others with less but overflowing in blessings. What's the difference? It's Barakah, the secret ingredient that only Allah can place on your wealth and your life. Barakah is what turns a small business into an empire, a modest income into generational wealth. It's the divine increase that no accountant can explain. And guess what? Barakah is directly linked to your spiritual state. The purer your heart, the stronger the Barakah. The more sincere your intentions, the more your wealth grows, not just in quantity, but in impact. You may have experienced delays, setbacks, or even loss, and wondered why the success you prayed for hasn't come yet. Here's a little divine irony for you. Maybe you weren't broke. Maybe Allah was just hiding you from cheap success. That's right. Not every opportunity that looks like a blessing is truly good for you. Sometimes, what looks like a delay is divine protection. Imagine this. You're being kept away from a pot of gold that could have poisoned you. Instead, Allah is guiding you toward a treasure that nourishes your soul and your legacy. This is why patience and trust are your best friends right now. The rich who rush often find their wealth slipping through their fingers, while the patient ones hold on to Barakah. Another truth is this. Allah's billionaires are those who see wealth as a tool for mercy, not just comfort. They are the ones who open their hands in charity, support their communities, and build institutions that outlive them. Their money doesn't just fill their pockets, it fills hearts and changes lives. Have you ever noticed how the most blessed people are often the most generous? That's not coincidence. That's divine law. When you give with a sincere heart, Allah multiplies your provision in ways you can't imagine. This isn't just about zakat or charity. It's about a mindset of abundance and trust. It's about knowing that what you release will return tenfold, sometimes in unexpected forms. The truth is, Allah's billionaires don't just stumble upon wealth. They are spiritually prepared to carry it. They're chosen because they have endured trials that built resilience, developed wisdom, and shaped character. It's like training for a marathon. You don't just show up on race day. You prepare your body, mind, and soul for the journey ahead. And right now, that preparation is reaching its peak. What if I told you that tomorrow your financial situation could begin to shift so dramatically that even your closest skeptics will have to take notice? that the investments, efforts, and prayers you've poured into your future are about to bloom in ways you never imagined? It sounds like a bold claim, but this is the language of faith and divine promise. You may not see it yet, but the signs are all around. Maybe a new opportunity feels closer than before. Maybe doors that were firmly shut are starting to creak open. Maybe your intuition nudges you to take a leap of faith you've hesitated to make. This is no coincidence. It's Allah's way of guiding the chosen to their destiny. Remember, the wealth Allah grants is not just about numbers in a bank account. It's about, as we reach this powerful moment, I want you to take a deep breath and reflect on the journey you've been on so far. You've been tested, refined, and prepared in ways only Allah truly understands. You've carried burdens that felt too heavy and faced doubts that whispered in the quiet of the night. But here you are, still standing, still believing. This is no accident. This is your divine design. The truth is, Allah's chosen billionaires are not just those who accumulate wealth, but those who carry a purpose greater than themselves. They are the custodians of mercy, the builders of hope, the lights in their communities. Wealth entrusted to them is a sacred trust, a tool to uplift the oppressed, support the vulnerable, and create legacies that echo through generations. Now, it's time for you to embrace that trust. The season of waiting is over, and the season of unlocking is upon you. But remember, wealth is not just about gold and numbers. It's about richness of spirit, generosity of heart, and steadfastness in faith. When these align, Allah's blessings multiply exponentially. You might wonder, how do I carry this weight? How do I ensure I remain worthy? The answer lies in humility, gratitude, and continual connection to Allah. Wealth can be a test as much as a blessing. It can uplift or it can corrupt. But the chosen ones, the true billionaires in Allah's eyes, guard their hearts fiercely, give generously, and stay grounded in prayer. So before I conclude, let me share a prayer for you. A prayer for your wealth, your destiny, and your spirit. O Allah, most generous, most merciful, you are the source of all blessings. I ask you to open the doors of your mercy and provision for your servant watching this message. Grant them wealth that is pure, abundant, and a means to do good in this world and the next. Protect their heart from arrogance, their hands from stinginess, and their soul from forgetfulness of you. Make their wealth a source of blessing for their family, their community, and all those in need. Strengthen their faith, deepen their gratitude, and increase their patience. Guide them to use their riches in ways that please you and uplift your creation. Truly, you are the bestower of sustenance and the most wise. Amin. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. Share this message with those who need encouragement and stay connected to the path Allah has set for you. Your billionaire destiny is not just about wealth. It's about becoming a beacon of light, a force of good, and a testament to the power of faith. Now step forward boldly, with trust and gratitude. The vault is opening. Your time is now.